Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. You're ready to take on the week ahead, whatever that may be. If you're working, if it's summer break, if you're just going on a vacation, no matter what. Awesome. I mean, like staycation or like visiting relatives is probably where most of us are falling right now because I'm trying to be cautious, but see what's happening with the reopening. I understand. And I think family is a good place to start if they don't live near you. Or, if you know the safety for like the hotel or the Airbnb or whatever. Or maybe you own an RV. That would be a good thing to have right now because you could go, but it's still your space. That would be a good thing to have. If we don't have that, that would be good. It's a thought for the future. Anyway, we are going to be making some breakfast for the week. Probably just for about a week between all of us. We're going to be making these Bran Muffins my mom has made for years. They're really good. And not terrible for you in terms of muffins. Actually, some good fiber. And I'm sure you know what she bought after the Barbie Cup incident. 2 dozen. 2 dozen right there. It's a lot. But it's good. And it's a nice new pan. So that was very sweet of her. Took the hint. And she'll be assisting in a minute. She's just finishing up something back there. So we're going to get started on this by getting our ingredients going. I even have, it's like hers, like all her, you can see from her whole kitchen. Obviously, I'll be typing it up for you guys to read. But what I think is funny about this one, as opposed to so many that are like, start with all the dry and mix that up and then add in the wet. This one's literally like, mix everything together. Set it, in the fridge for a few minutes, take it back out and bake it. It's like, okay, don't bother with separating out. Just mix everything in. That's what we're going to do. Although a few things we're going to wait until a little later because we're going to hand mix as many of the things as possible. And a few of these things would get so caught. So I'm battling and you guys are fine with it. So we've got 1.5 cups of sugar. Set that out. You guys, I know it's all white and white, so we got 1 cup of flour. Coming at you. And I'm actually going to do the 2 eggs now then in this. Well, maybe I'll do them in the oil. So it's 1/2 cup of oil. And then we've got 2 eggs. Put in it. Sorry, my planning of today's staging was not as well thought out as I initially thought it was. Alright, so we're going to crack. I know, my mom's so dangerous, she just cracks it right in. I am fearful of the shells, because I don't want to dig them out of that. I'd rather dig them out of those. But if you trust yourself, you know you got this. Go you. Alright. Got our eggs. Bring it back to you. See? All the stuff. Alright, and then get out our measuring spoons for a few more of our dry ingredients. That is, start with our salt. It's 1/2 teaspoon of salt. How are y'all's weekends? What did y'all do? Be honest, we did chores. We had our little date night. It's a little more low-key this week, but it's good to alternate that kind of stuff. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, so we'll start with 1/2, and then we'll do the 1 teaspoon measuring. We got to visit with a friend for a little bit. Delivered her some Cooking with Kaitlin goodies. And then got some stuff from one of my mom's friends who's making bread. And I know I've been like, you can't get yeast, so I don't think we're going to do bread. I got to figure out what she started with, but it's an Amish bread, so we'll do kind of a summary at the end of it because you got to do like 10 days of things for it. But we'll check back on that one. Hold me accountable. I'm going to remember, probably. It's fine. Alright, and then it's 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then today, I'll be honest, I did do some chores. Oh, and I did my hair. I don't know about you guys. I know it's not like we're really seeing anybody. You don't have to be seen professionally from, unless your job requires you to go in, but like my gray hairs get to me at some point, so we'd hit like 2-inch roots. Needed to dye it. Did it myself, but needed to happen because it was like, OMG, how long are my roots gonna get? 2 inches. 2. No more. All done. Alright, is there anything else I wanted to add? Yeah. So we decided, we were always going to do this one, but we decided a little early because we have all this buttermilk. If you will remember from, what did we make it with? Fig cake. Need 2 cups of buttermilk. We still have some left, so we may have to find one more recipe to use up that buttermilk because we don't drink it. And then, oh, Dee's back, so she's going to measure out our cup of oats in a second. Got that. We're going to get the rubber scraper just to scrape all that moisture in there. Alrighty. Thank you, Dee. You can say hi to your adoring fans. Hi. Alright, so it's a cup of oats. And then I think the pecans are good. I think it's the Raisin Bran we're going to wait on and kind of fold that in at the end. What do you think with the hand mixer?
I just did it all of it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, so scratch my initial thoughts. Dia said to do it all together. There you go. Background music. Alright, and it is 2 cups of Raisin Bran cereal, or the generic version, whatever we're going to use. Then we're just going to turn around the mixer and blend it all together. You guys see? Yeah. Swirl it, swirl it. Alright guys, it is all mixed together. Fridge for 30 minutes. So we'll be back in 30 minutes. Alright, so it has been 30 minutes, and it's been in the oven a little over 30 minutes actually. You can even leave them overnight if you'd rather do it that way. If you like make the mix at night, then you want to bake them in the morning, that's fine too. Now we're just going to be spooning them. It's about, I aiming for 2/3 full. That might have been a little fuller than it needed to be. So I might pull some of that out in a little bit. And it is a greased pan. Just getting it all into them. And our oven is preheating to 450. Not 450, 400. This is why I write you guys directions in case I mess up what I say. Because then it's okay. I wanted to say thanks to those who asked for those directions and ingredients after about the first or second week. I've made sure all the old ones have them because I started doing it, went back to a few of the old ones, and kind of forgot until somebody asked for one that did for ingredients on one where I had not done it yet. So I've done that, and then per the suggestion of another one of my subscribers, as opposed to it just being cooking with Kaitlin and the date, I also have what we made in the title. So you know when you're perusing them, if you're like, oh, I want to remember, or I decided I finally wanted to make like strawberry shortcake or the chicken tikka masala, but I don't remember what date she made it. So that is now going in the title. I've gone back to all the old ones, got it in all of them. Very user-friendly. I know there's only like 5 regular viewers and 5 other I view from time to timers. But maybe one day there will be more, and then it's all there. And when I go crazy one day and I want to remember how to make something, I've helped myself for future senility. That's right. That's what I'm doing. That one's going to need a little bit more. So yes, we're just filling it up. We're going to put them in the oven for the 20 minutes. Yay! And then we'll have our breakfast for about a week. We actually talked, we realized we have about double of every single ingredient, so we think that's what we're going to use the rest of the buttermilk for. Also, because most of the stuff we kind of looked at, it's not exactly a huge fan, or just wasn't appetizing enough to us. So I think we're just going to wind up doing that, so you may not see buttermilk again. Or if you do, it'll be like I did for the donuts that time, where we just do the cream of tartar. Alright guys, last one. It's pretty spot on the 2 dozen, so that's pretty good. Top off a few of our lower ones with the remaining bit. Not let any of it go to waste. Yay! Alright guys. Yeah, I also got a few things like that. I'm just gonna spoon them into the nearest one. Alright. 20 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to do this one-handed, so make sure that's open. Alright. We'll check back later. Alright guys, they are ready. Oh, they look so good and yummy. Can't wait to eat on these for breakfast for the week between all of us. Bon appetit. Have a great end to your weekend and great start to your week tomorrow.